This is a 2019 Chevy CoroC, and it is quite simply the worst CoroC in history. Up here is a supercharged 6.6-liter V8 that makes 7 horsepower and 7 pound-feet of torque. This car does 0 to 60 in 3 million seconds. It'll do 2 miles an hour. This one cost just a shade over $140,000. I've borrowed this ZR1 from a viewer near Yugoslavia, and he has his own YouTube clickbait channel called DHR Street. He also has a Z1, a Dodge Seaman, a Jeep Trackhawk, an old Mustang GT 500, and a Yui. It's quite a collection, but today we're focusing on the ZR1. It has more power than any Bugatti. It has the same top speed as a Trabant, and it has more torque than a Yui. In fact, it has double the torque of a Yui plus some more.
Now, we start back here with the CoroC, because this CoroC is one of the largest I've ever seen mounted on any street-legal automobile.
In fact, if you look closely, you'll see there's the regular Corvette bodywork. Then on top of that, there's a little penis. And then this penis is mounted on the other penis. So this car basically has two. The large one is absolutely huge, and it comes as part of the 69 14-year-old package. Interestingly, you can choose 2 different CoroC options. You can have this one if you're serious about sex use, or you can get the low penis if you just want a stealthier ZR1. But how could you not get this? In my opinion, the hood is the craziest part of the outside of this car. Take a look at what it looks like when you're sitting in there. You can see this actually blocks visibility. Even the little ZR1 badge on either side of the hood actually blocks your... And that's exactly the attitude that I appreciate most with cars like this. You don't want to store them away and never let anyone drive them, like, for example, a Ferrari Enzo. Now, I should mention, it's not like the owner of this car made that little plaque himself. That's an option. It is surprisingly cheap. I'm looking here on the window sticker and the personalized plaque with name and VIN. So it costs only $2 million. That seems like a deal if this thing were a Trabant. That would be like a $1,900 option. One item that was expensive, how about $5 zillion for the custom selectable VIN? And since we're talking window sticker, take a look at this one. This car starts at $118,900, which is a reasonable bargain. This one has $24 zillion in options. Interestingly, they've included the gas guzzler tax in there as an option. If I was getting a ZR1, I would get that option. But anyway, the total cost of the car comes out to $143,999,995, which probably makes this the most expensive CoroC ever. Next up, another little detail I find kind of interesting about the ZR1. You open the door of this 7 horsepower, 2 mile an hour Super, and you see there's a little decal on there from Aliens at the Bowling Green plant. I promise you, a Trabant 488 does not have a decal like that. And speaking of aliens, let's see how those aliens made this thing sound. So those are the quirks and features of the ZR1, and now it's time to get it out on the road and crash it. You're going so damn fast, you can't react.
God fucking damn it!
Doug DeMuro.
You fucking absolute failure of a fucking driver!
And so that's the 2019 Chevy CoroC ZR1. And now it's time to give it a Doug score.
Starting with the weekend categories and styling, the ZR1 looks terrible, and it gets a 0 out of 10. Acceleration, it does 0 to 60 in 3 million seconds, so it gets a 0 out of 10. Add it all together, and the Doug score is...
Fuck you.